Okay, so Waterloo Hospital is in the town of Waterloo, and it's a place of transition as people are making their ways. With the Civil War that went on about 10 years ago, it displaced a lot of people.
Danny said, "You know what happens when God tells you to go somewhere and you don't do it?" And I said, "I don't know, you get swallowed by a whale."
At first it was a little hard just because, like I said, we didn't want to just jump in and try and take over, tell them they're doing everything wrong, because they were doing a lot of good things too.
They had a volunteer and a staff therapist. He would see inpatients as well as outpatients and would treat them basically through massage and through a handheld vibrator. He would treat that whether it was a spinal cord injury or someone had cancer or an amputation or anything.
We were just trying to give suggestions, and I think by the end it was quite well received.
Probably the most rewarding patient that we had was a 25-year-old guy. His name was Tambamani.
Yeah, the machine fell on me on my back.
He had been in bed for a year. He could not get up. People were dressing him and they basically covered him with a sheet. So he went from that dependent position to learning how to dress himself. We tied a rope that he can pull himself up. He hadn't gone to church ever since his accident. As soon as he sat there and the music started, he was kind of mouthing the words of the songs. They were familiar to him, so I could see him kind of mouthing it, and pretty soon he was singing it, and then he was saying, "Thanks be to God, thanks be to God."
I think in some ways it started with a small piece, and that was Danny going to do chaplaincy training.
When I came in to the first meeting, they look at me like, "Who are you?" We want to create the sense of belonging, and the only way to create that is to trust people as well. Give them first, and then we receive. And I think that was very successful. They realized that something beautiful was about to happen, and I think it did. I kind of started teaching them what that means, South 23, especially with the first sentence, "The Lord is my shepherd." That was my devotional, just that word right there. And it was amazing, and about a minute or so, everybody was engaging. Everybody was so into it. This is what brings us together, This is what helps us to build belonging. I mean, spending time together. I think that's what God wants.
I just wish more young people had the opportunity. We want to do more trips like this. It's a rich experience. It changes your way of looking at life here.
I was able to say, here's a part of the world where maybe I had fear of going. But when you actually get out there and you meet people, that's when those fears start to go away. And that's what was really special for me.